Termites are flying all in my boat. Look at all these termites. Holy shit, it's like a swarm. I gotta close my boat up. Ah, termites everywhere. I don't have the hatch because the hatch is getting built right now. Stay away! Stay away! Stay away! One flew in. Holy crap, this is nuts! I gotta look around for termites in my boat. Hopefully the birds fly back. I had to run up here because I realized that the boat was all open. And all these termites were flying into the boat. Here comes the birds. There's one brave dragonfly in here, flying around. And so we decided to do some maintenance around the shop, such as revarnishing this sign. Oy vey. Well, the fridge unit kept cycling every 2 minutes. It would turn on and off and on and off. It was getting cold in there. It was getting nice and cold in the fridge, which was nice, but it was killing our batteries. Batteries were dying from it. So talked to some people. They said that maybe I didn't run a big enough wire, like I should have ran a 10 gauge. I ran a 16 gauge, but it's literally like there's the panel and there's the compressor. So I thought maybe it was enough, but so this morning I ran a bigger gauge wire to this compressor. It's running longer now, so it definitely, when it turns on, it runs for a long time. But it's running a little too long. Like, it's just like on and on and on and on. It literally ran for an hour. Compressor's feeling really hot too. I turned the fan on to blow it on it. The air from the fan feels cool, that's blowing on the compressor, but the compressor's feeling pretty hot, which doesn't seem very good. But the fridge is getting cool, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna let it run and do its thing, and hopefully it fixes itself. So after many attempts of trying to fix the compressor, which included replacing the thermostat, we decided we'll just get a new one instead. Okay, well, we have Meatball, Slinky, Tiny. Who's that? We have a fourth black cat that just appeared today. And only stayed for a few days and then left. Good evening. We are in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, and have stocked ourselves up with food, and I've just been making dinners at home, and We strung up some tarps out here. I'll show them tomorrow. Batteries are doing okay.
What you doing, Courtney?
Just taking a pretty picture of this pretty galley. We got some tarps up. Tarps on the boat. Well, we are on day probably like 3 on self-isolating here for the coronavirus. Crazy stuff. It's kind of wild to see. Check it out. It's getting hot up there during the day because we're waiting on the parts for the hardtop to be made. I've been doing trim and odd jobs and stuff. It's a rough year. We took this time, since I couldn't drive the bus anyway, and Pete couldn't drive his truck really too much, to do some repairs then. Fix some rust, use some paint that needed to be used up, and fix anything that needed to be fixing. So much has been happening. I have not been filming. Since we're living aboard on Blossom, we are moving ahead and making screens.
That one is way too small.
Yeah.
And these are going to be a little weird. Maybe we should redo these too. Like the other.
Right.
Habitat, 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 to carry on. People are different than foxes and rabbits. We affect the whole world with our bad habits. We better love it while we still have it. Rat-a-tat-tat, our habitat's gone. The end. That's fun.